Sky Princess is a royal-class ship launched in 2019 with a capacity of 3,660 guests, which can max to over 4,600. She's a solid favorite. But she's also due for dry dock this May 2026, so here's a look at her just before the spruce up. Let's go on a tour. I'm Troy, and this is the Port Lowdown. As usual with my ship tour videos, I start at the bottom deck, this case, Deck 4, Gala. This would be your disembarkation point for any ports of call, and tender rides. The medical center has posted hours, but of course they're available 24/7 for emergencies. It's top-notch, but it isn't free. It's like a private clinic. Standard visit for office hours starts at about $100. That doesn't include meds or tests. Now, word on the street is, if you need seasickness pills, ask guest services first. They often have them for free. People usually access this area via the elevators, but the stairs are there too. As well as the ship wheelchairs. So let's take the elevator up to Deck 5. Elevators here are older and a bit on the slow side. Entering Deck 5 from the midship elevators, we'll start our orientation at the center, the Piazza, the social hub of the ship. The Piazza is 3 decks high, beautifully appointed and surrounded by restaurants, services, and bars. The seating areas, of course, are really popular most times, especially on sea days. Interactive maps are everywhere, this being a wired ship. Radiating out from the Piazza going aft is the Soleil dining room, the first of 3 main dining rooms. Now tucked in the back is this beautiful wine cellar area. It's reserved for the exclusive winemaker's dinner, a multi-course specialty experience. Moving back towards the Piazza is the Internet Cafe, which you can use with your internet package. There's a small per-page fee for using the printer, about 50 cents to $1. You'll need to pay that even with your internet package. And next to that is the first of the shops, the Celebration store, which is mainly for sundries. Next to that is a gelato cafe, which is an extra charge. Next to that is Divine's Wine Bar, which is actually considered a casual dining venue. Now going across is my favorite, the International Cafe. It's our go-to place for desserts, sandwiches, and those late night cravings. The specialty coffees are extra. Now across the way is Bellini's Bar, which took the position of good spirits at sea. Move forward and first you'll find the commemorative display. And next to that is the shipboard ATM, which charges a flat rate of $8.50 per transaction, USD only. And as you continue, immediately to your left is the all-important guest services desk. Of course, major rush hour for this place would be embarkation day and just before disembarkation. And at these kiosks, you can print out your folio or your summary of charges for free. And just to the right of that is the shore excursions desk. And across from the guest services desk is Sabatini's. This is a higher-end, 5-course dinner experience. Now here's the tip. Sabatini's is meant to be a slow, European-style dining experience. Budget at least 2 to 2.5 hours for dinner. Now all the way forward is a Lotus Spa and Salon. They offer women's hair and nail services, like the fire and ice treatments. teeth whitening, and check the Princess Patter on port days. Sometimes they offer top-to-toe bundles, hair, nails, and mini facial for a significantly lower rate while most people are off the ship. Now remember, there's an 18% service charge automatically added to your bill. You don't need to tip extra unless you feel the service was really something. Of course, changing rooms, lockers, full bathrooms, and showers. And the star of the show for the spa is the Enclave. It has one of the largest thermal suites at sea, triple the size of those of the older Princess ships. You have your hydrotherapy pool with a deep bubble bed for total body relaxation, these fantastic heated lumbar loungers, and these thermal chambers. The hammam, a Turkish-style steam room with a warm marble slab, the caldarium, a Roman-style herbal steam room, and the laconium, a dry heat sauna for purification. They also have 4 different types of sensory showers: tropical rain, cold mist, rain shower, and the bone-chilling Siberian shower. Now, the Enclave is not included in your cruise fare or the Premier Plus packages. You have to buy a pass. They have a big relaxation room while you wait for your massage treatment. They also have numerous treatment rooms, some individual and some group. And this villa room, designed for 2, with their own tub and gentle sauna. Now, starting on deck 6 all the way forward is the Princess Theater. It covers 2 deck levels and seats around 1,000 people. It's a bit on the narrow side coming in. Slightly staggered, not quite as much as I would like, but good enough. But legroom is okay. Next to the Princess Theater is Churchill's Arcade, which used to be the Cigar Lounge, and now is a full kids' arcade. Next to that, you'll find Take 5, which is one of the only jazz theater clubs at sea. Now, there's been some chatter that the overhaul is going to get rid of Take 5, just like the sister ship Enchanted Princess, which replaced it with a non-smoking casino annex with slot machines. But there was a big uproar with jazz fans. So the rumor is Sky Princess is not expected to fully remove Take 5. Because she is the flagship of this concept, Princess is keeping the jazz identity but refreshing the upholstery and tech. And right next door is a Princess Casino. Pretty good size 4, with lots of slot machine options. Table games as well, of course. And a craps table towards the back. And just outside the casino is where Good Spirits at Sea finds itself, overlooking the Piazza floor. And across the piazza is the photo gallery. Instead of pictures on the wall, you find your own pictures via private kiosks. And of course, package sales. And various equipment for sale as well. Also on this deck across the way are another section of shops, jewelry, and watches. Heading aft around the Piazza area is the Fine Arts Gallery. This art auction business is a separate company from the cruise line, Park West, which pretty much has a hold on most of the major cruise lines. You'll find a lot of this art is similar, if not exactly the same, across everybody. And going across this section to the other side is the Captain's Circle Loyalty section and Future Cruise Office. And on the aft side of this, you'll find the Estrella dining room, the second main dining room. And towards the back is another isolated wine cellar dining area, the Winemaker's Dinner, a multi-course, fixed-price event where each dish is specially paired with a boutique wine. Now all the way aft and separated from the rest of the floors is the Cielo dining room. To get there, you have to go up to deck 7 and then downstairs again to the aft side of 6. Or you can take the aft elevators to 6 directly with skipping 7. This area is known for holding special events. When not open, they sometimes have a book exchange. Also back here is the chef's table Lumiere. Starts with a galley tour, and then you're seated at this round table for a multi-course meal, usually 5 to 6 courses, created specifically for that night by the executive chef. Of course, this comes at a price, $130 to $155 per person, including wine. It's the most expensive dining experience on the ship. What's also special about this dining room is that they have their own dedicated toilets right outside, with really good handicap access. Moving on to deck 7 and bypassing the theater upstairs is the main shopping plaza. Also back here is a Princess Insider desk. The Insider desk is more for the fun stuff, like booking exclusive behind-the-scenes tours or getting Captain Circle loyalty questions answered. Heading toward the Piazza, you'll find the Ocean Terrace Seafood Bar, dedicated to sushi. First restaurant up is the Catch by Rudy, created by Chef Rudy Soderman and highlighting lobster, mussels, and seared fish. Word is that the lump crab cakes here are the best on the ship. It's a fun night out, but don't expect a nice, quiet dinner. Since it's open to the Piazza, it can get quite noisy. Off hours, this place is great to wire up and do some work with available plugs. And across the way is the large Alfredo's Pizzeria, widely considered to be the best pizza at sea, Neapolitan style, thin crust, and made to order. Now this previously was included with your fare, but is now a casual dining venue for extra cost. And this floral cart just outside is a nice touch, although I don't know if it's going to stay around a while. Now, typical of most Princess ships, when you head starboard down this hallway, you'll find a long promenade, usually facing Princess Live, and a lot of chairs, perfect for reading or board games. Also here is Oceanfront, the Medallion storefront area. The Princess Live Cafe directly faces it, and it's a separate pay specialty coffee bar. Right next to this would be Princess Live, a smaller nightclub space with a TV studio energy. The schedule usually includes the morning show hosted by the cruise director and different game show challenges. Continuing down the hallway promenade, you'll find more chairs to relax. I find this space really great, perfect for people watching. Also here is the classic steakhouse, Crown Grill, and the Crown Grill Bar. A unique feature of the Crown Grill is the gourmet salt service, where servers present a variety of salts like Hawaiian black or smoked applewood to complement your specific cut of meat. It's also highly recommended to reserve in advance, as prime dinner slots often book weeks ahead of time. Now all the way aft is the Vista Lounge, which is a huge cabaret space, also used frequently for dance classes, bingo, and special events. The promenade decks outside, unfortunately, are limited to only certain sections. It doesn't go all the way around the ship. So just a quick note, these lounge areas on the aft side of the ship. Port side aft is where the loungers for the non-smoking. And then starboard side aft is where the smoking section is, so just make note. Now this guy had the right idea. The view from here is really great. And for sailouts and sailaways, perfect. Now we'll show you our stateroom on Dolphin D317. Deluxe balcony, 233 square feet. Small sofa, but pretty comfortable for naps. Regular sized desk with lots of auxiliary plugs. We usually bring a European adapter so we can take advantage of everything. Standard small mini fridge. Pretty small balcony, narrow. Ample closet space as usual, as is shelving space and a safe. The bathrooms are also a reasonable size. Pretty standard on most rooms, even suites. Now, if this ship looks like a winner to you so far, you could always book online with the cruise line. But we found that we don't get a lot of flexibility with room choice, especially if you're on a budget or have large groups or complicated room plans. That's why we went with an agent. Our agent, Sarah, has guided us through over 30 cruises. So an agent can be invaluable in giving you an inside track for your full voyage and perhaps deals you never heard of. Interested in giving her a try? See our link in the description. Now, there's a self-service laundromat on every stateroom deck level. You have to kind of pay attention to find it. But 4 sets of washer dryers. And laundry soap, all paid with tokens, which you purchase with your medallion. Now on deck 14 towards aft, you'll find the wedding chapel and concierge lounge. This small wedding chapel is kind of a big deal because captains are legally authorized to perform marriages at sea. It's a small, serene, and multi-faith space. Without a wedding, it's usually for religious services and small group meetings. Now the concierge lounge is basically the VIP living room for the most elite guests. Only full suite guests can enter, not mini suites. During the day, there's a dedicated concierge station there. They can fix billing issues, book sold-out specialty dining, and even escort you past the lines for tender boats. And 24/7 refreshments at their small buffet. Now every evening, around 5 to 7 p.m., they host a private reception with complimentary appetizers and a bar setup. Now deck 16 starts with staterooms forward, but as you move down, you'll find the sky pool. The pools here are said to be somewhat deeper than usual, with ladders going down in. They also have this neat center section with whirlpool and these really cool in-the-round lounger areas. Of course, you'll find extensive tables for dining everywhere. And this area is flanked on both sides by the sea walk, a glass bottom walk area where you can get dizzy at the ocean. There's also numerous food and drink amenities, the sea view bar, and forward, Salty Dog Grill, hamburgers and hot dogs mainly. The Mix Bar, and sliced pizza. Drinks, of course, are a separate charge. The pizza and burgers are complimentary. Another amenity of note are these ping pong tables, which get pretty frequent use all day. And Swirls ice cream. We can get a soft serve complimentary whenever you like. Now pushing forward towards midship, you'll find the World Fresh Marketplace, the buffet area, with full sinks and cleaning stations for your hands. Seating is extensive, but does fill up, especially on sea days, of course. Menus rotate every day, so it never gets dull. And after hours, this place sees a lot of action with board games and group meetings. You also find a lot of the crew eating here. Now on embarkation day, before 1 o'clock and your room is ready, you're going to find most people hanging out here. So if you can board early, make a beeline for the buffet. By noon, it's pretty much lock solid. Now all the seating is on either side of the buffet lines. Now heading towards aft, you'll find the Wakeview area, Wakeview pool and bar. People sometimes bring their food here as well. I like this secret little lounge nook in the back. The pool facing the bar is small, but hey, what a view. And they also have handicap assist. It's also one of my favorite places for hanging out and checking the view. Moving on to deck 17 forward, you have the retreat pool. It's a bit of a hidden oasis because it's surrounded by a wall of cabins. It's a dedicated adults-only pool, 16 plus. It's designed as a tranquil escape away from the music, shouting, and splashing of the main pool. And unlike the Sanctuary, which is one deck up, the retreat pool is completely free for all adult guests. There's no cover charges or reservations needed. Level 1 on deck 17 is the freshwater pool itself and the retreat bar. And while you don't get a direct view of the ocean from the pool, it is incredibly well protected from the wind. The full-service bar tends to be much quieter than the ones on deck 16. Level 2, deck 18, overlooks the pool, and you'll find 2 additional hot tubs and extra sun loungers. And all over deck 17, you'll find more loungers and a pretty big, wide deck area. The area does get quite windy though. This surrounding deck area, looking down at the pool, also has great views. Perfect for sailaways and special sail-bys. It's also a perfect spot for movies under the stars. Now continue towards aft and you'll find the fitness center. And on this class of ship, they have an additional weight room here, which is really nice. And of course a fitness class area for spinning, yoga, and other classes. Now adjoining this towards the aft elevators are the kids club areas. Down this hallway, for greater privacy, you'll find the treehouse first, ages 3 through 7. Next door is the Lodge and the Beach Club, which are kind of tied together. Lodge is technically for the school-age kids. and a beach club for the teens. Just outside the hallway and next door is the photo studio, discreetly tucked away. And all the way aft, even though the map doesn't necessarily say, is the smoking section. From here, we'll progress upwards to deck 18 with the jogging track and center court basketball. Now above the retreat pool area, you'll find the sanctuary. This is a private, pay-to-play, adults-only area, designed to feel like a high-end spa or a luxury beach club. It's widely considered to be the quietest and most pampered spot on the entire ship. Here you have exclusive cabanas, a dedicated team of sanctuary serenity stewards who cater to your every need. Now space is limited, usually around 60 loungers, so this area always sells out. And this small section, from 18 to 19, is the Greens Mini Golf. If you got good value from this video, be sure to like, share with your shipmates, and consider becoming a member where we offer perks and additional tools to plan your next cruise adventure. Click the join button below for more info. And keep those comments and questions coming. See you on the next cruise.